Yo, I'm back. What the fuck am I talking about? Hi guys, I am back. I'm pretty sure it's been like, oh, there's a cat outside. I'm pretty sure it's been like 2 months, but you know what? We roll with it. So, pretty much I've had this video idea for quite a while. I just haven't got around to filming it. Don't know why, because I've not been doing much at all. So, sorry, that's just me being a bit lazy. But pretty much on my Instagram account, I like sometimes put up like polls to see what people answer them, just because I find it interesting and I like to see what people put. And some of them are like quite deep, some aren't, but you know, it's the deep ones that sort of make it interesting, you know, like, and people will vote on it. But then I was thinking about it and I was like, I never actually give like my opinion, because you can't like vote on your own polls. So is it polls or polls?
Polls.
I don't know, watch me say it like wrong this entire video, but it's fine because I've just clarified that I know it might be wrong, so it's okay. But yeah, so I've got them all together and I just thought I'm gonna answer them. So yeah, it's pretty simple and self-explanatory, so I'm just gonna get straight into it. Okay, so the first one was, do you believe in fate and that what's meant to be will be? Well, straight off the bat, yeah, like I'm a massive believer in the idea of like what's meant to be will be. Like if something's meant for me, then I will get it. And that kind of ties in with fate. Like I'm a massive believer in like the universe and like the fact that you get put in places for certain reasons and things like that. So I definitely do agree with that, yes. And I think a lot of the time you can learn from it as well. 76% of people agreed with me and said that yes, they do believe in fate and that what's meant to be will be, with only 24% saying they don't, but yeah. Next one was, do you believe in second chances? Is it worth it? It's a bit of a difficult one because, I mean, really I think it matters more about what the second chance is for, because I think everyone deserves a second chance, because people make mistakes, you know, and people change, but the thing is, people only change if they want to change. Like, you can never change someone, and you shouldn't try to anyway, but unless that person specifically wants to make a change, then it doesn't matter how many chances you give them, it won't, do you know what I mean? But it depends what it's about. Like some things, yeah, of course, but I think there are probably some things that are just unforgivable. Hopefully no one will ever do anything like that to me, but so yeah, I do for the most part believe in second chances. I do think it can be worth it, and 67% agreed, said yes they do, 33% said no. Okay, so the next one was, lose all your memories or never be able to make new ones. Now, I just think that's such a difficult question. Like, I remember when I put it up like months ago, I was like, I would not know how to answer this. Like, I'd have to proper think about it. And I honestly have been doing, because the thing is, right, I'm 18, so hopefully, I've still got like a long life ahead of me and like loads of new memories to make, you know, like I'm thinking like, what if I get like married one day, or if I have like kids, like something like that. Like, that's not something that I'd never want to do a long time from now. But then it's like, I think about everything that I have done, even though I've only been here for 18 years, and like the friendships I've made, and like the things I've learned from experiences, and like, you just remember it, and I don't really want to forget it, but I think I would say that I'd have to lose all my current memories so that I can make new ones. And 74% of people agreed with me and said that they would rather lose all their memories, whereas only 26% of people said that they'd rather make no more. Okay, I've had my little phone break. So the next poll was, it's another hard one. Purposely hurt someone's feelings or have your own feelings purposely hurt by someone else? How are you meant to answer that? Like, I've been hurt before and I would not want to go through that again. So really, I'd say someone else, but then it's like, I don't want anyone that I care about to get hurt, you know, or feel like that. So it's a difficult one because I don't want to get hurt either, but No, I can't say that, I can't, no. I'd say rather me get hurt purposely by someone else. I mean, at least that way I'm not in the wrong, you know, I've not done anything wrong, so I don't have to feel guilty about it. Oh, that's not what it should be about. I just wouldn't want to upset anyone. But yeah, I'd say I'd rather get myself hurt. Or if you'd have asked me that 2 months ago during lockdown, I'd have definitely said someone else, but we change. 71% of people said rather you hurt me than I hurt you, so agree, yeah. Okay, so the next one, I like this one, a bit less like difficult of a decision to make. Clean Air Force or slightly dirty? This is like a really easy one for me, like slightly dirty all the way. Like they have to have a bit of muck on them. Like I just think shoes look so much better when they've been worn in. And I don't know like how many people agree with that. I think a fair few do. In fact, yeah, 59% said a bit grubby, 41% said clean. So it's a bit more like balanced. Although I will say, like, I will admit mine are way past like a little bit dirty. But I do literally live in them. I wear them like every day, so that's my excuse. Okay, so the next one, Adidas or Nike? Nike. It shouldn't even really be a question. Like, I do like Adidas, but Nike like all the way. It's for the shoes though, man. It's for the shoes. Like, shoes are my favourite part of an outfit. Like, without good shoes, I just don't, like, if I could put on a really nice outfit and I just wouldn't like it because I don't like the way my shoes go with it. So it have to be shoes, and the majority of my shoes are Nike. Like, they're just brilliant shoes, so they're just sick, I love them. So I will say Nike for that. And actually, yeah, 70% of people agreed and said Nike, 30% said Adidas. Which I was kind of expecting, to be fair, but yeah. Next one. Oh. What was that? Play hard to get or make it obvious. Well, this is another easy one for me. I would much rather someone make it obvious to me if someone liked me, because I hate gameplay. Like, it is the most annoying thing ever. I'm sorry if people play games, but I don't know, like, it messes with your head and it's not nice if you end up really liking someone. So yeah, I'd say definitely make it obvious. And it's the same for me, like I would never want to like mess anyone around or play them around, so I wouldn't like all the way. Like I'd rather make it obvious, even if that means that you could risk getting hurt by like sharing your feelings with someone. I think it's better to know than sit there wondering. So yeah, I'm pretty open with stuff like that. Like I will always ask or be like upfront about it. But yeah, 59% of people agreed and said obvious. 41% people said they would play hard to get. It can be fun sometimes actually, but if it's for like a serious, like going down a serious route with someone, don't play games. We'll go with that. Next one, be single forever or get back with your ex. Well, the problem with me for this one is that I don't actually have an ex to go back to, so I don't really know how I'm meant to answer that. Like, alright, theoretically speaking, if I had an ex, I'd probably say that I wouldn't. I'd probably say I'd rather stay single forever, because if you've got an ex, they're your ex for a reason, you know what I mean? So I'd say if I could, I'd rather be single forever. That's tragic really, isn't it? And let's see, 67% of people said they'd rather be on their own as well. 33% of people said they'd go back to them. Nice. Oversized clothing or fitted clothing? Do you know what? Oversized clothing all the way. Like, it just wins. Like, it's far like superior. Like, I'm fitted clothing right now. Like, anything that's way too big for me that should be for someone like miles taller than me. Like, and I'm tall, but I just literally like live for oversized clothing. I do get it, because if I go out like on a night out or something, or I want to like dress up nice, and I might put on like a dress or something, and then I don't want it to be like a bin bag on me, you know what I mean? But for the most part, oversized clothing just wins. So I would say that. And yes, 75% of people agreed and said oversized all the way, and 25% said fitted the better. Ugh. Branded or vintage? Personally, I'd say vintage. I really like the 80s or like 90s in particular, like sweaters. But the only thing with that is that most of the ones that I get are actually like branded vintage, like it'll be like Nike or Adidas or like something like that. So I don't really know, it's a bit of both, but I mean branded clothing is nice too. My only problem with it is that it's like all these like high street like shops, everyone has the same things. So I would say vintage because you're more likely to get something that's like unique to itself and then you stand out more. And 65% of people agreed, said vintage, 35% of people said they preferred branded clothing. Did you vote? God, who do I think I am? Next one. Cherry or cake? I'd say cake. I'm gonna go cake. Cake all the way. 78% of people agreed with me as well and said cake, 22% said cherries, and I completely expected that too, so yeah. Next one, moving on. Shoes or coat make an outfit? Okay, well I've pretty much stated that when I said about like Nike or Adidas, like with my shoes. I'm 100% shoes. They just make it work, man. And that's why I like Air Force. I know people say they're like basic shoes, but they go with everything, so your outfits are always gonna look fine. And let's see, yeah, 66% of people agreed and said shoes, 34% of people said that the coat makes the outfit. You're wrong. Next one, blonde or brunette? And I have put any other colour, you're elite. So if you've got a different colour hair, you're elite, you're in that category. Personally, brunette, like for myself and like what I'm like attracted to. Like I have been blonde before, like I used to have like blonde like down here and I didn't hate it, right, but I'm so much better as a brunette because my hair, this is like my natural colour, so I'm very like dark brown as well, like I'm not on the verge between it, so I suit better as a brunette and I like it. And I think everyone that I've ever sort of like gone for, yeah, I think every boy that I've ever, yeah, they've all, definitely the majority have been brunette naturally, I think, but yeah, I just like it. Although saying that, like blonde is a nice colour as well, like nothing against people that have got blonde hair, it's really pretty. I just personally can't really pull it off, but it's nice. And I was actually really surprised because 59% of people said brunette, 41 said blonde, and I was so surprised because I always thought that people like preferred like blonde hair, like I don't know, like blondes are more fun, like apparently, but I think we're all fun. We're all fun together, so yeah. Next one. What am I doing? I'm in a really kind of good mood today, so that's good because I've not been in the best moods for the past few days, so it's nice to have a slightly different change in emotions. Next one. In the end, do you put yourself first or others? Do you know what, like it's another one that's a bit difficult because there's so many people that I care about and would literally do anything for, and I would much rather be there for somebody than have them be there for me when I'm like upset or anything. I'd much rather be there for someone. That's just what I'm like as a person. Like, what am I on about? I'm speaking like I'm like, right. I'm just a nice person, let's put it that way. But if it really came down to it, I'm probably going to say that I'd pick myself because, do you know what, at the end of the day, you are the only person that can 100% guarantee has got your best interests at heart. I would say me, but it doesn't mean that I don't care about the people that are in my life, because I definitely do. If people are in my life, they're in it for a reason and I care about them a lot. 58% of people actually said that they would put others first though, which is what I'm not gonna say, and 42% of people said that they'd put themselves first. And I do just want to say, it doesn't make you selfish like at all to put yourself first. Like, your happiness is the main thing, like that is what should be the most important. And do you know what, I'm saying this and I need to listen to my own advice sometimes, but it really is true. So I'm gonna say that. Why, that was so deep, man. So the next one's a bit, oh it is, okay, this one's nowhere near as deep. Piercings or tattoos? I love both. Like, I honestly love both. I had a dream last night that I got some piercings that I've been wanting to get. Finally got them, and I really like them. In the dream I really liked them, and I got some tattoos as well and I really like them, but I only want like tiny tattoos. But tattoos on other people are just so nice. Like just like my favourite thing ever. Like, I love looking at tattoos, they're so nice, and the detail and the art that goes into some of them is literally amazing. So although I love both, I'm gonna say tattoos. That could change all the time, but right now that's what I'm personally feeling. But actually, again, 51% of people said that they prefer piercings, whereas only 49% said tattoos. But that is quite close again, so yeah, I mean, they're both good, aren't they? So, do you believe in right person, wrong time? Like, massively. Like, 1,000,000,000%. Like, I really do. Like, it's because, right, I mean, I think I've spoke about it in like a previous video, but I think if someone's meant to be in your life, they will be. And the fact is, like, we're all like constantly changing. Like, anything you do in life, like, you learn from like things you do, experiences that you have, so you're constantly changing. I don't know, but see, I've seen it happen. I think that's why I believe in it so much, things like that. And if you think about it, yeah, it's really gone, I don't know. 80% of people agreed and said yes they do, and 20% said they don't, but I think it's a real thing. Yeah, I think it's a real thing, like, who knows. Night in or night out with your boo. Why did I write it like that? Anyway, well, if I had a boo, I would say I'd prefer a night in. Like, I like going out, I really like it, don't get me wrong, but just a night in, for starters, it's cheaper, and I just think it's nicer. Like, it's just like the two of you can just chill, whatever you want to do. 63% of people agreed and said they'd rather stay in, 37% said they'd rather go out. Oh, it's in my eye, it's like been in my eye all day. Next one, natural makeup or like glammed up makeup. It's pretty easy for me. Like, I'm gonna say natural makeup because it's just basically what I do every day. Like, I'm not someone that wears a full face of makeup every day, although to be fair, right, if you do, like, props to you, because that must be so like much effort. Like, honestly, it takes so much time and it's a skill as well. Like, I honestly wish I could like do better, but I can't bother to learn. 85% of people agreed, 15% said they prefer like glammed up. And I was expecting that as well though, to be fair, but you know, just to see. It's funny as well how like the difference between like male and female, like majority of the glam makeup was females, but yeah, us girls got each other's back, so yeah. Next one, does everything that happens to you happen for a reason? Yes, like, of course it does. If you think about it, like, seriously, if you, whatever you're doing right now, whatever you've done in your past, like and even in the last 10 minutes has led to you like watching this video right now. Like, if you hadn't have done that, you could be on a complete different path right now, and it's not anything big, but it could be to do with something big. Like, think of the people you've never met if you hadn't gone to this one thing, something like that. Do you know what I mean? I think sometimes like it's bad, like it's something that happens that you don't want to happen, but it happens for a reason, and I think that reason is because you learn from it, and you know, you can deal with it, and you move on, and you make it better for you in the future. And then sometimes there's really good things that happen to you, which is just great, like in general. But 75% of people said I think everything happens for a reason, so that's good, and 25% said they don't think so. But yeah, fair enough to you. Next one, do you think some people are made for each other? Like, do you believe in soulmates? It's like a bit of a, I don't really know. Like, I think I do, but I don't think that we only have like one soulmate, like, per se. Like, I think there is multiple people. 74% of people agreed and said yes, I do believe in that. I do believe in fairies. I do. Okay. And 26% of people said no, I don't. Okay. Do you prefer your own company or the company of others more? Me personally, I'd probably say I prefer my own company. Nothing beats chilling in my room late at night with LED lights on, like purple or like red, something like that, and my vibey, chilly, like chilled music playing. Like that for me is just like a perfect night. Like it's great. Like I just sit like in my feels, and I can literally do it for so long. So I prefer my own company. Like there's no stress or anything like that. But actually, surprisingly, 56% of people said they prefer other people's company. 44% said they prefer their own, which I wasn't really sure about what that answer would be, to be honest. Which is more important, what you say or how you say it? For me, it's what you say, like, because really, like, it doesn't matter how you say something if you've not said it in the first place. Do you know what I mean? But honestly, like, words have meaning behind them, and I think some people should be more careful with what they say to people, because it can affect you. And I think the worst thing is when people say stuff, well, stuff that isn't nice, but it's like when people say stuff that isn't true, like stuff that they don't mean. Like I think that I really don't like that. I would say what you say is more important than how it's said. I'm always careful with things that I say, so yeah. I mean, yeah. 67% of people actually said it's how you say that's more important though, whereas only 33% agreed with me and said it's what you say. But fair enough to people. I mean, they might have thought of something that I haven't to do with that, so yeah. Oh, this is the last one actually. Would you prefer to go back in time or forwards in time to a date of your choosing with no consequences? It's pretty obvious to me. Like I would much rather go back in time, and I'd probably go back to either like the Viking period, because I'm proper like into that at the moment, or like the Jane Austen, like Pride and Prejudice, like that kind of era. Or saying that I'd want to be like a wealthy woman, because if not, I'd probably have nothing to my name. But if I got to choose, that's what I'd do. If you think about that, how much would like people judge us, even from like 100 years ago, like by the way we dress, like when we go out in the streets? In the streets? Okay. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I guess it'd be fun to go forwards in time as well, but I always like, what if I go forwards in time and I see something that's so cool and I have to come back and be like, I'll never get that again. So I'd rather go back in time. Yeah, 61% of people agreed with me and said they'd rather go back. 39% of people said they'd rather go forwards in time. So, that is all the polls that I've done so far. I will be doing more. I've just got to get around to like thinking of them. If you want to maybe see them and vote on them, follow my Instagram _Lauriada. As if I just did that. Do that if you want. There should be some more up at some point. But I hope this video was entertaining. I wonder if you watching it, if you voted on any of these. If you did, that's cool, thank you. But hopefully I'll see you soon. I've got a few video ideas actually in mind, so hopefully you should. But thank you, and I will see you when I see you. Bye.